Ryobi sent us a little care package this week. Let's dig in, see what we got. As I mentioned a couple of days ago, we received a little care package from Ryobi. So this, I guess, is a sponsored video since they sent us this stuff. We did not buy it. So anyway, take that as you may, but just wanted to share what we got. Really two main products here. We have a Verse speaker, and then Ryobi included some cups. So kind of the whole theme here is tailgate unplugged with Ryobi. So we got us a little football here to throw around. Feels like actual decent football, by the way. And as I mentioned, the cups, some koozies, some more koozies, and some tailgate unplugged stickers. And we also got this Ryobi Link organizer box as well. So it works with the Link system. So thank you, Ryobi. And we also got the heated cushion kit running on the USB batteries as well. So that should be interesting on runtime and those sorts of things. So let's take a look at the Verse speaker. Now the model number on this is the FVA51. And by the way, if you want to know how to use it, there's a little QR code right there you can scan with your phone and it'll give you instructions, take you to the product page. But this thing's really easy to use. Here on one end, we have a power button. We have a plus and minus. That's going to be for your volume. And then we have a play and skip button where you can scroll through your different songs on your Bluetooth connected device. This is the Verse system button where you can actually link things together. So once we turn it on, we can hit that. And then this can be the primary because, yes, this will work with your other Verse speakers like the clamp speakers here, as well as the PCL 601, which is the bigger Bluetooth radio speaker as well. So all of these will link together and work together. We have a lanyard right here, so easy to carry around. This thing's really light, nice and compact, and it runs. We have a little flip right here, so we can open it up, and this is what it runs on right here. Actually, I have a 3 amp hour in there. It does not come with a 3 amp hour. It comes with a 2 amp hour. I believe I have one of those on charge, so I just grabbed my 3 amp hour. By the way, you can charge the battery independently with a USB Type-C cord that comes actually in the box. And you can also, with the battery in, charge it with the USB port right here on the actual speaker. So you don't have to remove that battery to be able to charge this. And as far as runtime goes, you're going to get 6 hours of runtime on a 2 amp hour battery. That 3 amp hour battery should give you another 50% more. So you're looking at roughly 9 hours of runtime. And also, if you have the volume all the way up, that's going to reduce that. If you have the volume really low, that's going to increase that as well. But still, you're going to get several hours of runtime on a 2 amp hour battery. We do have a speaker and a tweeter, so we do get those mids as well as highs, and it sounds pretty good. And this has an IP67 water and dust proof rating, so pretty much other than throwing this in the swimming pool, should be absolutely fine with light misting, getting it wet, things like that. Should not be a problem with this. Should be sealed very well, and you don't have to worry about it. Now let's take a look at this heated cushion kit. Now, I don't know about where you are. I'm in Central Florida. We're still getting 90-plus degree days. I don't even want to think about a heated seat, but, pun intended, when that first cold sweep hits, we will be looking for this because we don't like our cold weather here in Florida. When you're watching the ball games, the football games, the baseball games, whatever it may be, late in the year or early in the beginning of the year, it will be really nice to be planting your butt on a nice heated cushion. Now, I hear what you're saying. You're saying, Tim, how does a heated seat run on a USB lithium battery? And I will say, yes, it does run on a USB lithium battery. And it also runs on 2 USB lithium batteries. So what kind of runtime do we get with 2 USB lithium batteries? Well, I'm glad you asked that because I do have an answer for you. Number one, we have 3 different heat settings on this. So we can choose between low, medium, and high. And what in the world does that mean? Well, I'm glad you asked that question too, because I need to answer that and the one before it. And that is, low is going to be 110 degrees. So nice, warm bottom end for you at 110. It's not bad. 130 degrees is going to be medium. And 150 degrees, if you really want that bottom end warmed up quick, then throw it on high for 150 degrees, and that will do it. Now, if we open up our little pouch right here, I'm assuming this is where this battery is going to live. Oh, zipper ends there. Have a little port here, USB Type-C, and that's going to plug right there into that USB-C. And by the way, if you're also asking, can I charge my phone with this pack? Absolutely. So if you don't need the heating pad and you've got this nearby, plug your phone charger into there and it will charge your device as well. But anyway, we're going to turn this on or plug in our power, and then we get a green light. Now, just because it's plugged in doesn't mean that the seat is on. We have a power button right here. So if we turn this on, hold it down, it's going to go to red. Now, red tells us that we're in the high setting, so 150 degrees. Well, that's only going to give you about 2 hours of runtime with those two 2-amp-hour batteries that are included with this kit. So if I hit this again, that's going to go to orange, and that's going to be the medium setting at 130 degrees, and that will give us 3.5 hours of runtime. Probably not quite enough for that whole football game if you're watching, but if I push that again, it goes to white. That's our low setting, still at 110 degrees, still going to give you that warm bottom end, and that's going to last you 5 hours. So that should last any football game. You should be nice and toasty and keeping warm. By the way, let me give you some advice from hunting for years. If you're using any kind of heated device, make sure you keep it on a setting that's going to last you the whole time, because the worst thing you want to do is turn this on high and halfway through the game or whatever you're watching, this thing goes cold, because you are going to get freezing cold because you've been used to that bottom end being 150 degrees, and now it's going to be 30 degrees, and it's just going to be worse than not having this at all. So again, make sure you set it on a setting that will last you the entire time, and you'll be much happier. So the cool thing about this is, regardless of the heating element, which I believe it's using a carbon fiber element, which is very efficient and can run on those USB lithium batteries, and again, give you up to 5 hours of runtime. And by the way, if you want a little more, then buy the 3-amp-hour batteries as well, and you can use them in all your USB lithium tools. This thing is already nice and toasty. And by the way, if you want to know whether the heating elements are actually working, you can see them right there. 98, 99 degrees. So there's 1 pair, 2 pair, 3 pair. So you got 3 pair. It looks like kind of a horseshoe effect going on here, coming down and back up and down and back up. 3 pair of elements in there doing your heating. And you get that 3-inch foam, which is a nice firm foam, which is what you want. You don't want it too soft. That feels great at, immediately, but then after 5 minutes, you start feeling that aluminum bench or wood bench you're sitting on. So you get a nice firm and dense foam pad that should provide support for you, and then a nice pocket there for the battery and the controller. And you even get an integrated carrying handle there. And if you need to, you can even remove that foam. And by the way, the heating element is actually in the cover itself and not in the foam. You can see in here the stitching in there. That's where our heating element is, and not in the foam itself. So if you need to take that out, clean it, dry it, maybe it gets soaking wet, something like that, you can absolutely do so. Now, this is due to hit the shelves again in October, just like the Verse speaker, and this is $89 for the kit that includes the 2-amp-hour batteries and kind of everything you see right here. And we get a 2-year warranty on the Verse speaker, and we get a 1-year warranty on the pad and cover itself, and then a 2-year warranty on the batteries.